What's up, beautiful people? Today is May 20th. Today is a big day. The first thought that comes to mind, my message is the truth will set you free, but first it's going to trigger the fuck out of you. All right, we have the sun now coming into Gemini today, so happy birthday to all my Geminis. Gemini season is going to make a pretty significant shift from this stuck kind of what the hell is going on kind of energy to activations, to understandings, to awarenesses. And we happen to have Jupiter exactly square the sun today at 0 degrees Pisces and 0 degrees Gemini. This is, and 0 degrees is a master number and it's the void space. So wherever you've been feeling stuck or questioning, what decision or like why something is happening in your life that kind of makes you feel like our truth, we're questioning our truth, and we're sort of at a crossroads here where our divinity is calling us, our higher self is calling us to be brutally honest with ourselves with what has been holding us back. If you have a deep self-sabotaging nature or a wounded child or any kind of survival archetype in there that has been running your life, it's gonna, with Jupiter square the sun, it's going to be screaming at you right now. And some things that we don't want to acknowledge or admit to ourselves can come to the forefront. And of course, we have a yod today too. So, and with the moon in Virgo is all about emotional purification. And the quincunx is between the moon in Chiron and the moon in Saturn, which is stationed to go retrograde. This is fucking deep. The deepest levels of karma coming up to be purified. We're going to feel very vulnerable. With Chiron and Saturn, it's allowing the vulnerability to come up no matter how difficult it feels or it's like a pill that's really, really hard to swallow, but it's a red pill that we've been needing to take for a very long time. So Saturn is bringing around this karmic justice, and just remember, what's meant to be will be, but you must be honest with yourself, like brutally honest with yourself. And hey, I'm talking to myself at the same time. I've had some things that I've been working through that I'm having to be brutally honest with myself about. It has not been easy, right? So we are going through this very difficult time, but with Black Moon Lilith here conjunct the North Node as well, this is saying, like Black Moon Lilith's sort of like that rebellious attitude that is like, fuck you, I'm going to do it my way. This is where our ego gets really, really in our way. So there's some deeply embedded conditioning within us that is telling us one thing, but our heart is telling us another. And our heart is sort of demanding that we look at it. Now, don't forget, we're in Mercury's shadow too. So whatever is coming up right now, especially with this being right before Saturn goes retrograde and the solar eclipse, all this shit is at the surface, guys. So everybody is going through massive change and massive transformation and getting ready to step into this, taking action into this mutable energy of karmic change. And what's meant for us will be, but we can't fight it. We've got to stop fighting what's good for us, because Jupiter expands, right? When it's square to the sun, it's looking at that thing that's been holding you back and say, hey, it's time to fucking move through it. It's time to get out of this fight within yourself. So there's no easy way around this or through it. You just got to fucking feel it and face it and do it and deal with it. So take the time today to acknowledge the internal conflict and battle that you've been having within yourself, and surrender to the truth. When we honor our truth, and maybe you might have to have a conversation with somebody, or maybe you might just have to journal or write it down, or maybe you're moving and you're feeling uncomfortable, whatever it is, right? It could be anything. Then honor that and just honor your truth. Speak your truth. Gemini is mutable, and Mercury rules Gemini, and Mercury is in its home sign, right? And we're also coming into, we're actually just 1 degree away from the square of Mercury and Neptune. So this is, again, our intuition and our logic is like, and with Mercury about to go retrograde, this is just a lot of stuff coming up that's it's almost like it's gonna come up, and then it's gonna have to unpack. It's going to unpack over the next few months because we are coming into retrograde season. So big shifts, big things coming up, guys. You know, just honor your truth, honor what you're really feeling. And maybe like for a while, you've been trying to deny it, trying to like, you know, go in other directions, figure out things. And it's just, if you're hitting roadblocks, you know, in every single direction, it means that you're avoiding your truth, and you just got to step into it and, you know, forgive yourself and allow the chips to fall where they're going to fall, or rise into the next situation that is right for you. All right. Send you all my love, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. If this message resonates with you, please share it, you know, with on your page, and share it with people you know, and have a beautiful day. And I'll see you on the next report. Aho.